All stories begin with once upon a time. The story that I really want to tell you also begins like this, but there is a small difference. And the difference is once upon this time. There lives you. Hello everyone, Prem Rawat here. So I have been here in India and doing a lot of interviews, did a couple of events, virtual of course, and it was very interesting. And it's always fun to come to India, whatever the circumstances. And I would just like to say a few things. And one of them is that, there's a lot of changes that we notice around us. And the world isn't the same place anymore. Maybe you got up in one of the mornings in 2017, 2018, and even the earlier part of 2019, and the world was a different place. And all of a sudden, you find yourself caught up in this thing of the pandemic. And so many changes due to that. Restrictions and, we were all moving in a particular direction, and all of a sudden it's just like, no, that's not going to happen, and no, that's not going to happen, and no, that's not going to happen. So it comes down to this, that those things that change, they change because they can. And if they can, they will. And then there's those things that don't change. And those things that don't change won't change. And the question really becomes, in what do you invest? Being here, being on the face of this earth for as long as you are, here, the whole idea of death kind of floats, hovers in so many places and so many countries that had made themselves the idyllic land of milk and honey and free of disease and, so many things. And yet, even those have been victimized. But that is because it is changeable. It did change because it can change. And it is changeable. And it will change. But then there is something that doesn't change. And that thing that doesn't change is what is your reality. What you need to invest in. What you need to be a part of. What you need to court in your life. And allow yourself to be filled with that. With that understanding that you want to attach yourself to that which is real. So that's definitely one thing that we have to remember. You have to invest. You have to court that one thing that is real in your life, not all the other things. They may be distracting, and you might get distracted. There's no harm in getting distracted if you can find your way back. And that's what's important.